Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? I'm also fine here. Ebola mua. Say na wa pa. Ẹ dákun so ẹ kú ìdílé mu o gbogbo kankan dákẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ tẹni ọ̀gá Ọlọ́mọjà ayé wo dákẹ́ pin. Ẹ̀yin tèmi ojúmọ́ tó mọ́ yín lónìí ojúmọ́ ire àtàná ni kó mọ́ yín lónìí ọjọ́ Saturday ọjọ́ tó kẹ́yìn nínú ọ̀sẹ̀ ìbànújẹ́ ayé òní délé bẹ́mi àti mo mú ròyìn wá ní o ìròyìn ẹ ti lọ láti bí ọjọ́ mẹ́ta mo sọ fún pé fídíò pọ̀ mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ salary increase ẹ dákun ibi tí mo ti lọ jẹ́jẹ́ mi mo ti jáde lé ni mo ti rà juice mo rà grape mo ní ra blended kí n ra fi ṣe mo bá ní jẹ́ mo wọlé o jẹ́ wọn ra wo news o ló bá di gbẹ̀ lórí àráìsì mo bá rí dele farotimi he does gather everywhere ó ti kojú àwọn pípì mo ti ẹ̀fẹ́ sọ̀kan kó tó di pọ́rọ̀ dele farotimi sọlẹ̀ mo gbọ́ wípé wọ́n ní federal government fẹ́ increase salary àwọn gómìnà senators and gbogbo àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àwọn chief of staff gbogbo wọn nílé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin even bóyá rẹ̀ gan increase ti àti mọ̀ ìbéèrè mi ni pé kí ni rísì tó fẹ́ fà ìbẹ́tà kí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu má try rẹ̀ Jagaban don't try such don't suffocate them lórí gbogbo yín lẹ ní ẹjọ́ láti jẹ níwájú Ọlọ́run tẹ́ bá ní wá lára àwọn òwò gan ló mú ìmọ̀ràn yẹn wá mọye sálárì tí president ń gbà ní governor lásán mọye tó ń gbà senator mọye sálárì rẹ̀ tẹ̀tún wá lẹ fẹ́ increase ẹ̀ sí for what ẹ fẹ́ increase sálárì wọn okay àwọn teacher ńkọ́ àwọn ò nídìí láti increase àwọn ọlọ́pàá tí wọ́n ń bá yín sọ́gboro àwọn ò lè increase ẹ dẹ́kun kí gan ni increment tẹ́ increase owó kí ni rísì tẹ́ fẹ́ máa increase remove subsidy ẹ tó ń gbé ti increment salary wá for what salary wọn ti owó ilé tán ti kó jẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ enough ilé tí wọ́n ń gbàgbọ́ ti pọ̀ ju ẹgẹ́ kúrò lára rẹ̀ ẹ dín lára owó wọn kúrò ó ti pọ̀ jù àwọn tẹ́ lè fi owó kún owó ní ìgboro sọ́tíjà náà yẹ kó máa gbowó gidi káwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí ẹ má jẹ́ kí n tàn yín nílùú òyìnbó wọ́n ń san sálárì ẹ̀mí owó ẹ̀mí náà san fún àwọn ọlọ́pàá ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀ sanwó gidi fún wọn náà làwọn náà fi ń dìdàkudà tán fi ń gba bribe ń gbòòrò owó ẹ̀mí ni wọ́n ń san fún wọn tíṣà gan kò gbowó ọlọ́pàá ẹ sanwó gidi fún wọn torí anytime ní kú lè dé anytime ní kú tí wọ́n lè dé kò sẹ́ni tí kò ní kú láì bọ̀ tí wọ́n ẹ sanwó fún wọn àìmọye àwọn tẹ̀lé fún lówó àwọn nurses kan yé sọ́ọ̀ṣì kan yé máa gbóògùn wa pamọ́mọ́ many people like that tẹ̀lé fowó kówó wọn oúnjẹ ò sí nílùú ẹ fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ lówó ẹ yá àwọn àgbẹ̀ lówó ní south west ní ẹ yá àwọn àgbẹ̀ lówó ní south south ní ẹ yá àwọn àgbẹ̀ lówó ní south ní north ẹ yá wọn lówó ní east ẹ yá wọn lówó kó oúnjẹ pọ̀ sílùú ẹ fún àwọn àgbẹ̀ lówó kán lọ dá oko kí security dẹ́gbẹ́ jẹ́ kí security kò nítumọ̀ salary lẹ́yìn fẹ́ máa ṣe anyways ẹ má jẹ́ kí n rojọ́ púpọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ lẹ́nu
office holders. This is because when you look at the economy, we cannot afford to be borrowing money to pay these flamboyant jumbo salary and allowances. We all know, and that is why you see the intensity of political violence in this country is in the increase, because people know that when they kill, when they prostrate electoral transparency, they get in there, or they even procure and buy the appointment, they will be getting this kind of lucrative money and privileges. Look, it's not only this money thing. There are other privileges that they have, like all of them. Before you know, they will all get plot of land in Abuja. It doesn't matter whether they have gotten before as a senator or as a House of Rep member or as minister or as a DG, they will still get under this arrangement, because every 4 years you have new set of lucrative benefits that come to the political office holders. So it's not just the salary that they are getting. And you remember, many of them, they have enacted very ridiculous law that makes them to be perpetually collecting pension and gratuity. So you serve for 4 years or for maximum of 8 years as a governor, and you legislate a law to be collecting permanent pension and gratuity, including changing of cars, including medical trip to abroad, including taking care of your concubines. I mean, this is not absolutely operationable. This is absolutely not affordable, because the economy cannot afford that. Secondly, you are going to widen the inequality in the society. One has to say, pay us reasonable amount to survive as lecturers. You pick hole, you attack them, you blackmail them, you abuse them. One medical doctor say, please improve our condition of service. You tell them they should leave the country or they should leave the work. One security, people who are supposed to be taken care of, when they demand for improvement in service condition, you punish them and, in fact, take harsh decision on them. But politician, the only credential you have is to find yourself as either House of Rep member, or as a senator, or as a political appointee, or as a local government chairman, or as president or vice president or minister. You have an unfiltered access to public resources without reflecting the fact that a lot of people, a lot of states cannot even afford to meet the 30,000 minimum wage. And that is why some states have left, workers without salary for 6 months, for 1 year. The case of Benue is in mind. The governor Otum left huge, debt for the state, without clearing the salaries of workers there. But the political appointees of his, state, and Wike, and all of them, almost 90, the entire 39, the entire governors in the whole countries, they have done the same thing. They have not only perpetuated legal framework to be getting this money, but they have also squandered and packed a lot of things that are meant for the public. So I think it is important, even though the revenue mobilization, they have the mandate to review. The review may not necessarily go up. It can also go down, because if the citizens are told to make sacrifice, they are told to bear the hardship created by the same political elite. I wonder why the elite, where is their own sacrifice? Where is the sacrifice of this political elite? Can they, if they are all well-to-do, I mean, they have something doing before they come to politics, why can't they make that contribution to Nigeria to say, look, I have donated my own salary, or I am going to make sure that I do XYZ. But you don't see that. What you see is increase in terms of scrambling the national resources. They do it through many ways. They either grab the contract, which government does not follow due process, because we have public procurement law and it's not to be respected. You have beneficial ownership, register. You do not know who owns XYZ, but they will be giving themselves tax waiver and tax holiday on top of all this, and they will grab the land in Abuja and leaving the Nigerians and even the original inhabitants, rendering them landless without where to stay. I think the injustice perpetuated by political class is enough.
Yes, we'll talk about the injustice. We're going to break it down a bit further. And thank you very much. It's interesting that you give the perspective that the RMAFC, in reviewing the salaries of political office holders, do not have to review up. They can actually review down. But in the Nigerian context, we've hardly seen a review downward, except as with the previous immediate past president and vice president, who voluntarily chose to take a wage slash, a basic wage slash. But let me come back to the studio, and then this question will also be posed to you. Mr. Farotimi, in justification of the RMAFC's position, they've said that this decision wasn't made under this, or didn't start under this tenure. Now, if you recall, in February, they had a one-day retreat where they had zonal consultations with regards to the salary review. And also, In their defense, this review hasn't happened since 2007. 16